Let's go through the chapter page by page of One Piece 1106. So loading. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. And before the content of this video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss anything. And without further ado, let's get into the content of this video. Well, before, I'll be bringing the description page by page, but unfortunately all the dialogues have been removed, so maybe there's a video even more complete than this. As I like to keep you as updated as possible, I'm also bringing this one, more detailed than the complete summary. That's it. Here you have One Piece to the limit. Let's go. Page 1. On the cover page, we see Nico Robin and a crocodile. He's wearing a shirt that says La Costa. Text. Robin is greeting a crocodile on the beach coast. Page 2. The chapter starts by showing the front of the ship approaching Egghead. Initial text. A mysterious figure arrives. Now, let's go inside the island, where those Marines who were surrounding Luffy begin to encircle him and plan to use Kairosekwe to stop him. Then Luffy starts to smile and tremble, and say Nika, Nika, just like in his transformation in Onigashima. Yes, Luffy starts going to Gear 5. Page 3. The scene changes, and we see marine boats surrounding the coast of Egghead, and explosions. Then we go back to the continuation of the final page of 1105. Vegapunk expresses concern for Kuma and Bonney, desperately trying to talk to Atlas. Saturn orders a relentless attack on Vegapunk, Kuma, and Bonney, labeling them foolish father and daughter. Page 4. While the Pacifists target those who are falling. Vegapunk Stella tells Atlas to deliver a message to Bonney. Page 5. The scene seems to happen in slow motion. Bonney begs the Pacifista not to shoot and pleads for her and her father to escape the island. Some Marines say they heard an explosion, but dismiss the possibility of hearing a voice amid the chaotic sounds. The appeal intensifies the emotional atmosphere. Pages 6 and 7. We see each pacifist as if receiving an order, then they begin to attack the Marine ships. The Marines are shocked as they begin to be attacked. They are causing a lot of damage and panic. The pacifists for them became out of control, bringing chaos to the Marines. Page 8. Then it is explained. In the past, Vegapunk was concerned about the possibility of a pacifist resembling Kuma killing his own daughter. He then reveals that he implemented a program for those pacifists with the appearance of Kuma. Page 9. Vegapunk says, "Even if they gave me this mission, or I have to go against the world, Bonney, remember this, Kuma will always be by your side." Vegapunk acknowledges that this was just his selfish wish. Page 10. Vegapunk acknowledges that he understands the consequences of his actions. In a brutal scene, we see Saturn impaling Vegapunk. The Gorosei's paw nail pierces Saturn's chest. It wasn't in the heart, but it was brutal. Vegapunk instantly has his eyes go white, to Bonney's despair, who screams the scientist's name. Frankie then shouts looking at Saturn, but the Gorosei tells Kizaru. Saturn says, "Kizaru, exterminate them all." Page 11. Kizaru begins to release a rain of rays. Sanji blocks some, but most pass. Everyone is hit. Kizaru says he intends to cut them without causing pain, and makes his light sword, about to attack Bonney, who is in Kuma's arms. Page 12 and 13. Then the big moment comes. Before Kizaru cuts Bonney and Kuma, Luffy appears punching Kizaru, a punch coated with Conqueror's haki. Bonney immediately wonders where this attack came from, and sees Luffy in his G5 form. Luffy is smiling and says, "Full stomach, full power," meaning, full stomach, maximum power. Luffy says, "This is getting fun." This is similar to his speech when he awakened G5 for the first time in Wano. Something he didn't say against Lucci and in his first fight with Kizaru. That is, Luffy is not nerfed here. Luffy turns the ground below into rubber. Sanji, Frankie, Atlas, Bonney, and Kuma fall to the ground, safely without getting hurt. The Marines outside the island say, "Egghead." The island is shaking. It's not clear if this is due to the explosions happening outside, or if it's because Luffy turned the island into rubber. We see Kizaru with his hand on his face, but he's not unconscious or anything. Page 14 and 15. We then see Vegapunk on the ground, bleeding. Bonney tells him to escape with them, or else he will be killed. Then the scene quickly changes, and we see that old robot. Its eyes blink once again. This, because of the rhythm of Nika. Bonney realizes the rhythm that Luffy's heart is beating, and remembers the rhythm her father used to tell her. The rhythm of Nika. Vegapunk then realizes that Bonney is about to find out and then tells her. Vegapunk says, "The one whom Kuma set his eyes on, Luffy with the straw hat, turned out to be the sun god himself, Nika. Kuma was right." In a beautiful scene, Bonney looks with teary eyes at a Luffy Nika in his pose and smiling. We also see a close-up of Kuma's face, who also seems to be looking up, even with his white eyes showing no expression. Vegapunk then says, "This buster call is useless. There are many people around the world waiting for it, waiting for Nika." Pages 16 and 17, on another final double page. The scene is interrupted in the northern seas of Egghead. The Marines are reporting that there is an absurdly large ship approaching the northeast seas of Egghead. The Marines say, "There's no doubt, but they didn't die a century ago." The Navy continues to fight desperately against an unknown force approaching. This force turns out to be the giant warrior pirates aboard their giant ship, led by Dory and Brogy. Brogy says, "They keep asking why we're here, Dory." Dory says, "In this world, there's only inevitability, Brogy." Brogy says, "Kia, kia, kia, we're here to get him, Straw Hat." Dory completes, "Gia, gia, 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 the sun god." Final note, a giant hope is coming. There will be a break next week. That's it, guys. I would have liked to bring the speech bubbles, but this time it didn't work out. But I understood the context of each page. Maybe I'll still bring